Now, yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so I'll open one more P&ID. I'm looking for the dense one. I mean, okay, I am now zooming in. So you see the P&ID now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the overall P&ID. Okay, so now till now what we have gone through, we have gone through the multiple softwares of P&IDs and the how this P&ID is like they are making and coming to you for the drafting, right? I mean, now after coming to you, right? I mean, you are not going to start drafting by looking into it. Okay, at the same time, you are not going to start. What you will do, you will analyze the P&IDs first.
Of
Okay,
course.
that is the, I mean, basic rule when you are going for the any designing part. I mean, because
Yeah.
why this imagination and creativity is necessary, because this, I mean, why I am telling you, because I did the same mistake
Yeah,
when I
to
started
force
my career.
the problem.
So and I learned from those things, and that is why I am telling you that how many things should be clear before you start for any project. Okay, because when you will start working the companies, you will be assigned different projects. Okay, so maybe you can I mean, whatever I'm telling you, you can write it down as well. If you want, just let me know. I can stop and I can give you some time to write it down. So what basically the things that we should go through before we start drafting. Okay, so that's why I have opened this P&ID, and I just wanted to show you how the standard P&IDs are. I mean, what are the objects that basically it contains. Okay, so you need to observe my cursor. I am currently taking my cursor from one end to another end. Okay, from here to here to here and here. This square or the rectangle, if you see, that is called your boundary line. Okay, so it's like in AutoCAD, you will be having the flexibility to draw at any place. Any component you can draw at any place. But if we talk about the actual practical project work, then always project specific template will be defined, that you have to use A0 template or A1 size template or A4 size template. Okay, are you familiar with this kind of template?
By that mean you the size of the sheet.
Yes.
You say A4. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
So this template is not only including the size. Template will include this kind of things as well. So it will again, I mean, it will be dependent on the project. But as far as my knowledge is concerned, I have worked on n number of projects for this kind of designing, and it contains, this template contains the size as well as these kind of structures as well. Because if you see the projects are having the requirement of general notes or some kind of notes or some additional information and this title block. Okay, these things are basically they required for each and every P&ID. So what they do, they are not going to do every time, they are not going to make this. So what they will do, they will make a template just like as per the requirements. So how they will draft? They will draft this rectangle, and they will draft this single line. They will draft general note line. They will draft notes. They will draft holds, and they will draft this title block. Okay.
Yes.
They will fix the template each and every time. You are going to open the blank template under which you are going to put all the kind of information.
Yeah.
So now, are you familiar with the title block information? I mean, what kind of information it is having?
No.
Okay, so there are two things basically each and every P&IDs it will be, that is the title block and the revision block.
Okay.
Title block and revision block. Okay, so currently at the downside, if you see the title block, and on the top of it there is a revision block like this. Okay.
Okay.
Now basically what kind of information this title block will cover? So in a single word, it contains metadata. What do you call it? Metadata, which will contain your drawing information in terms of the one single line. So let's say this particular drawing, it contains two tanks, right? But what kind of tanks? So here it is mentioned as condensed tank. Okay, so it is this, the description of this P&ID is piping and instrumentation diagram. Unit is 242, and as per the project requirement, this is a condensed tank that they have shown over here. This kind of title will be there for a particular P&ID in a title block.
it will be having your company logo. And suppose if you have given this particular P&ID work to some other contractor, there the contractor logo will also be there.
Yeah.
Then this kind of general information regarding your company, if it is there, and drawing number information, scale, this kind of drawn by, contract number, your vendor drawing numbers, and if these are the multiple sheets drawing, then you will be having the information regarding sheet as well. Okay. So that is how your title block will make. Okay. So when we will start working for the AutoCAD software, right? I mean, first we will go through how to make a template. Okay. In general, when you will assign any project, you will not face this kind of situation that you have to make a template, because when client is providing you the project, template is already defined by them. So they will give you the ready-made template. But just because we are going through each and everything here for the P&ID, we will go through from the basic. Okay, we will go through each and every part, and we will draw a kind of template that you are seeing over here. So we will draw each and everything in this. Okay, and we can fix that template as well for the future reference as well. So this is the title block. Okay.
Okay.
This is the revision block. So revision block will contain the revision related information, on which date the revision is released, for which purpose it was released, who has prepared it, who has revised, and who has approved. All this kind of information will be available for the revision block. Okay. So when and again, I mean, in some of the projects you will see these revision blocks are coming besides the title block. So here, okay, that is again the project requirement. But this particular project contains this particular P&ID is having the requirement that this is your template, and in that there is a separate section for the general notes and notes, and we have already gone through the title block and revision block.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is how the outer lines are made for a particular P&ID. Okay. Now you are seeing this kind of boxes, right? And so
Yeah.
you know which kind of informations will be. I mean, any guess?
No, probably.
Yeah. Okay, I'll zoom it. You can maybe think.
Okay, I can see it now. Yeah. Okay, it's more specific details for the units.
Units. I mean, not for the units. This basically information is related to equipments. So whatever the equipments are basically used in
Wait,
this
but
particular
the tank is not defined as a unit. The
No,
unit it's everything together. It's the tank and the pipeline.
So you mean to say here 242 is mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I will go here. See this one. So what you are seeing and what you are telling me is perfectly right. But the thing is, this tank is having the item tag which contains the unit information. Oh, that thing is basically pending from my end. So I would say very good question you asked. So I just remember that. Forgot to tell you one thing. Main thing is, are you aware of plant breakdown structure? I mean, how it is derived, or what is the meaning of plant breakdown structure?
No.
So currently, whatever you are seeing in this bold letter, right?
Yeah.
That is your plant breakdown structure.
Okay.
Okay. It is basically the hierarchy of your plant. This,
Okay.
if I am asking that currently where do you live? Okay. So as I am in India, I am not aware that in at what specific location you are. But definitely, if I am staying nearby your hometown, and if I am familiar with all kind of locations of what you will say, yes, you will directly tell your address, and I will understand.
Yeah.
But when I am outside that country and I am not there, then what you will say me? I mean, okay, so you just try to answer me. I am not aware any of the area. Okay, so how you will tell me that exactly where you are located?
With the
Not
GPS.
exact address I want. So I'll tell you. I mean, what exactly I'm trying to convey you here. Let's say you have asked me this question. I am telling you exactly where I am right now. Okay. So first I will go with the upper part. Just like you told that you are from. I will say I am from India. Okay. Now, as I am from India, India is a very big country, right? I mean, So you cannot come to India and you can find, oh yeah, Divyesh told me that he's staying in India. I'm going to India and I'm going to meet him. You need some specific kind of thing. So what you will ask next, in which state you are? So I will say I'm in. So now the segregation is now the understanding of my address is getting clear into your mind. I am staying in India. In there are so many city available, so many metro cities are there, right?
Yeah.
You cannot directly come. You can meet. You need a specific city as well. So I'll say I am basically from. I'm staying in. So now you will come to India, and after coming to India, where you will come? You will come to, and in state what where you will come? You will come to. Okay, and then I will tell you the exact address. On the same address, you can come and you can meet me. So this is called plant breakdown structure. Okay, so plant breakdown structure means each and every P&ID is having own plant breakdown structure. That means it will define the information of that P&ID is belong to which unit, it belongs to which plant, it belongs to which area, and it belongs to which unit. Okay, so as you are
Yeah.
working in some plant, right, and you are looking after this kind of maintenance of machines, right, maintenance of a plant. So a particular area is defined to you that you have to look after this machines maintenance.
Yeah.
Now this plant breakdown structure and this item tag, these things you see right here, this one, which defines the functional location of particular object. Okay, so now
Okay.
as I told you my address, right, that I am staying
Yeah.
in India. So this is the address of a particular tank. That this tank is under 242 unit, 00 is sub unit, TA which contains the tank initiative, 01 is the sequence number, and B is the suffix. And that is why I told you that this information is basically regarding tank. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you just imagine that in your currently you are in your plant. Okay, you are looking after one of the machines maintenance. So you have seen the item tags. You know the word item tag.
No.
Okay, so that is the unique identity. What is your unique identity? Your unique identity is your name,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now everyone knows that
So
you are Rafael. I mean,
item tag is the item number actually.
yes, item number. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
So you are identified with your name. Just like in the
Yes.
plant, each and every component will be identified with the item number or the item tag. That is
Yes.
the unique identity of a component. Okay. And
Yeah.
how it is defined, it is defined based on the plant breakdown structure. So
Yeah.
that you will come into you will come to know when you will start working on it based on the project requirement, how the item numbers they have given. Okay, so that is why I explained you this, that this is the item number of equipment. You are
Yeah.
seeing information regarding equipments over here. Okay, so why I told you, because this is the standard rule of P&ID drafting. If you want any additional information of equipments, any properties, suppose pump is an equipment, when you are going to the vendor, so how you will ask to, if you are going to purchase a pump, okay, based on your requirement,
Okay.
to vendor, right? So what you will ask to vendor?
I need a specific size, a specific horsepower,
Yeah,
specific pump. Yeah, you
yes,
need
right.
the details. Yeah.
Yes, all those details. So P&ID is basically used to visually draft all these details in a particular drawing. Okay, and that is why you are seeing this kind of information here as well. Only for equipments, basically, as per standard rule of P&ID graphics, they are allowing all kind of property information of equipments in P&ID drafting. Okay, so
Okay.
a standard rule is you have to have a standard template, you have to have a title block and revision block, and you need to have this kind of equipment labels available with you, and it is basically having the exact location. It is mandatory that you need to have a title block at right hand side corner of your drawing. So this is that, and it is compulsory that you need to put your equipment labels here downside, and that is why this kind of structure you are seeing for a P&ID. Okay, so sometimes you might be having a question that I do have a space available here, I have a space available here, why I am not giving equipment property information in this space or in this space or in this space? Because that is how the drafting standard is defined, that you
Okay.
this area is basically used for drafting only, and the information should be available over here. So that is where
Yeah.
you are seeing this kind of information.
The notes,
Notes, this
which
one.
information?
Okay, I'll go and I will zoom it over here. You will get clear cut idea. So only one sentence you can read. You can read the sentence. Can you read it loudly?
Yeah. B, all
This.
instruments
Yeah.
in all instrument tags are prefixed by unit code 242.
Okay. So what you
Okay,
understand by this,
okay.
right?
To short
240.
okay. To short the
Okay.
number, to make it
Yeah.
shorter. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess now no need to explain anything, right? I mean, why these general notes they are putting? So that is how they are putting the general notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific generic information if they want, they will put under the general notes. Okay.
Yeah.
That is also one of the thing. And again, I mean, not in every projects you will see hold or notes or the general notes. In my current project, I have not seen any kind of notes provided by the client. I was also shocked. At the same time, when I worked for 2 or 3 months before for the projects, it was having n number of notes available, and we were literally frustrated because almost in every drawing the notes will be different. So we have to type each and every notes into these kind of softwares, which is very like messy things. I mean, we like to draft, but we don't like to type these many things. We are currently happy that in our current project we are not having any notes available. Yeah, but basically currently I'm working for other software. I'm working for SmartPlan P&ID right now. As far as my experience is concerned, I do have a lot of experience in this designing field, and I mean, based on the experience, I am handling multiple softwares actually. So this Aviva P&ID is one of the software, AutoCAD P&ID is one of the software, and this SmartPlan P&ID is one of the software. So all kind of work is going on in our company actually. So it is, I mean, that is why I can correlate these things with the multiple softwares. I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you want to ask something.
The smart plant P&ID, it's not the AutoCAD plant 3D. It's a different software.
Yes, it is different software. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess you were having the doubts of the notes, what kind of information they provide over there. So I guess it is cleared. Any doubts regarding title block or revision block?
No, understand.
Okay. So in your current profile, are you doing any documentation part? I mean,
I used to do some, but not we did, but we worked with PDF and Word, not something
okay.
too
Any
complicated.
reports you are preparing? I mean, any kind of report that you need to submit it to your managers or kind of thing. Those kind of reports you are preparing, right? So this is the outer part. This is the labels. This is the title block, revision block, notes, and this is your P&ID. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I will take only few minutes for today. I will explain you graphically how the components are look like and how they are distributed in a P&IDs. Okay, once you are familiar with the structure or with the functionality of the P&IDs, it will be easy for you to draft. Okay, your doubts will be cleared before you start any drafting. Okay, so how we can read the P&ID? I mean, how we can read P&ID? Suppose this is given to you. Okay, this drawing is given to you, this P&ID is given to you. Okay, how you will read first of all? So you need to start reading the P&ID from the bigger component.
Okay.
Bigger in terms of size. So here if you see, the bigger size is tank. These two tanks are having the bigger size. So you need to zoom out little bit, and this is your first and foremost thing to start any P&ID. You need to start with equipment only, because equipments are bigger in size, which will cover many space from your drawing, and which will be having a lot of components connected to it.
Yeah.
So that's why when you start working for P&ID, it is advisable that you should start with the equipments first. Okay, that is how you will start analysis of a P&ID, and based on the size of the tank, you will be having the same space available into your drawing. for the AutoCAD software. So by looking into it, that is how you need to adjust your tank size for a particular drawing. Okay, so now when you will start P&ID, you will draw this kind of tanks first. Okay, if I am going into this drawing, it also contains the tank. If I am going into this other drawing, it is also having the tank. If I am going into this drawing, this kind of equipment is available. Okay, so this is the first thumb rule to start any kind of P&ID, that always you need to start with the equipment. Okay, this kind of equipment. This is very simple. Huh? By looking into it, you will feel confident that, oh, this is very easy. But yes, it is very easy. But I mean, you will look into this and you just see how it is connected and how you will give the dimensions of these and all. But definitely we'll start with the easy and we will end up with the tough one. Okay, so that by drafting into the AutoCAD software, you will feel confident that yes, I have started drafting the P&IDs. I'm confident enough to draft anything, and then we will go for the tough part. Okay, so this is how you have started your P&ID. This kind of structure you have made. Then after, what you will do, you will go with the pipelines. So now I'll ask you one question. What is the difference between pipe run and pipeline? Can you tell me?
The difference between pipeline and pipe run?
Yeah,
I don't even know what it is.
I literally got frustrated when my senior asked this question. I was literally like, what these things they are asking me? I mean, till now they have not given me the answer. So I am having like a good seniors, like very matured seniors available with me, who is guiding me for this kind of things. I mean, they will not spoon feed you, right? They will not spoon feed you. It is like when we were in the college days or in the school, when you are asking any doubts to your teachers or professors, they will directly tell you the answer. But here my seniors are not like that. They will give me a small kind of small hint. They will direct me into that direction that I need to think and I need to resolve my doubts by myself. So when they asked me this question, I was like very much confused, and I was like, pipe run and pipeline, they both are, I mean, equally, if I'm going by name, it is like the same. But when I started searching for it, basically for the P&IDs, when you will work now, this pipe run word will be coming. Technically, if someone is understanding the P&ID, then you should use the pipe run word, not pipeline. Pipeline is basically, suppose at your home, do you have gas connection?
Yeah.
Pipeline is there, right? Pipeline or gas bottles you are using?
Yeah, gas bottles. But
Gas
yeah,
bottles.
okay.
But some pipeline connections are there, right? So it is like, it is underground. Okay.
Yeah.
It is coming to your home via underground, and it is having a very big length. Okay, which contains the gas from one station to your home. Okay.
Yeah.
It is very big in length. So the difference between pipeline and pipe run is this only, that major difference is the size. Pipe runs will be the small portion of the pipelines. In
Okay,
P&IDs,
yeah, I got it.
yeah,
It's a
yeah, and
semantic difference. Okay.
yeah, basically. So in P&IDs, basically, when you will see, it is a small unit part of your plant. Okay, it is a very small portion of your plant. So if we see this overall plant tank, this P&ID contains only 2 tanks, and with this kind of pipe runs available. So that's why in for P&IDs we are using this pipe run term. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why now you are seeing these pipe runs are coming from this tank and it is going to this tank. This pipe run is coming from here, it is going here, here and here. So you are seeing that how the paths are made. This particular path is called routing. What do you call routing? Routing of pipeline. It is just like a path that you are giving to pass the fluid from one tank to another tank, one tank to another tank. This pipe run, fluid will come from here, it will go here, from here, it will go here in this tank. So wherever in the P&ID you are seeing this kind of lines, straight lines, not dotted lines, straight lines, is called routing. It will define the path of the fluid to flow from one equipment to another equipment, or from one drawing to another drawing. See why I am telling you this kind of terms, because when you will start working for projects, you will come into interaction with the process engineers. You will interact with the piping engineers. You will interact with the instrumentation engineers as well. So at that time during the discussion, they will say routing is like this, pipe runs are like this. So that's why they will not say that fluid is going from this tank to this tank. They will say routing is like it is going from this tank to this tank. So that is why I'm telling you this kind of words. Okay. So this is called routing. Okay. So to draw the P&ID, your thumb rule is first you will start with the equipment and then you will go for routing. Okay. So this routing will cover each and every pipe runs. Okay. If we talk about this drawing covers here, this all lines you are seeing.
Yeah.
Combinedly it is called routing. So first you will draw equipment and then you will draw routings. Okay. All pipelines you have to draw.
Like routings could be also named fluid transfer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. That is the one thing. Okay. The third part will come with the instruments. Third portion will come with the instruments. Okay. So if I'm zooming this part, if I'm looking here, this is an instrument. This is an instrument wall. This is an instrument actuator, and this is the label of an instrument. Item number of the instrument. Okay. This is one part. Okay. This is one part. This is another part. Then this is the third part. Okay, currently why I am able to visualize that this is the instrument, this is the pipe run, because I have done this kind of things. This is the label of this instrument, but even though this is round shape, this is not label, this is also instrument. But when it comes here, this you cannot say this is an instrument. This we'll see in detail. Okay, this we'll see in detail. So just I am segregating the components right now for major components. Equipment we have seen, routings we have seen, pipelines, pipe runs. Now we are looking for the third portion, that is the instruments. So this is how the instruments will be available to your P&IDs like this. This also.
Yeah, as round or rectangular shapes.
Yeah, and the last one is piping component. So piping components, that means it will always be available on the piping. You will see all the piping components will be associated with the pipe runs only. So when these pipe runs are there, these all are the piping components. This is also a piping component, and this is also piping component. This is also piping component. This one. Okay. So these are four major components of a P&ID: equipment, instrument, pipe run, pipeline, routing or fluid runs, and piping component. Okay, these four major components, your whole P&ID will be drafted. Okay, there are many small components which is a part of a P&ID that we will see. Okay, but I guess today we have seen so many things, so you need to revise those things also, and you need to go through these things so that tomorrow when we will meet, you will ask me the doubts where exactly you have not understood these things. Okay.
Yeah,